Hi, my name is Raul Labardini. I was part of the beta cohort of Lead Your Way, and I want to tell you all about it. So I am an individual contributor. I have had minor stints in leadership roles at a couple different places, and I wish that I had been able to take Matt's course sooner. The reason for that is, I'm in sales, and typically in sales, the top performers get the nod to go and become leadership, but they're not given any training as to what's expected of them or how to lead that team. They were good at doing that one thing of selling, and I would say that unfortunately, I fell into that stereotype. And so going back and, or actually being part of this particular cohort with Matt's program here, I really wish I had been able to take it sooner, because it would have been good to run, as he puts it, meetings that don't suck to start with. It was always especially in this new environment that we were in, it's one of those things where, am I providing enough value? Am I providing enough content? Or should we even have this meeting anymore? Should it just be an email? And being able to juggle, I don't think I did so great at it, to be quite honest. But through the course, I've learned how I could have improved that entire thought process. And a few other things that, you get out of this course around, managing expectations. There's one thing to do it with your team that you're leading, but there's also managing upward as well. And those expectations, making sure that you're fully aligned from what is expected of me. And do I have the tools? Do I have the things I need to be successful in that particular role? And again, this is one of those areas where I didn't I didn't do that part of the job, if you will. And so, when you have misalignment, maybe things go sideways and you never know about it until it's too late. And I can say that probably was a contributing factor to me being back in an individual contributor role. So, I'm probably giving you a little too much story time here, but, these are a couple of key things that I think are important for that. But, when it comes to leading, or when it comes to leading just your own job, there are a lot of important points that come out of what Matt gives you in his course. Things around your objectives and your vision, your principles that you want to live and work by, giving you thought around it, framing all that up. Because, if you're just left to your own devices to think about, hey, well, I am now a manager, what does that mean? What do I do? The simple answer is you overmanage, or you do things that are counterproductive. And if you take the time to sit around and iron out what your goals are, what those objectives are, how you're going to measure that, and a bunch of other things, how am I going to lead? How do I want to lead? What sucked about my previous managers? What I really like about my previous managers? If you really sit down and take the time and frame it all out, it makes a huge difference. So, between that and some other things around feedback, Matt's course has opened my eyes. And like I said before, I wish I'd had it at least a year earlier, so that I might have had a chance at being a leader still. But nonetheless, in my current gig, I'm excited to use the tools that I have to make my own current job, make it the best that I can. Even as my day-to-day job, I know what my expectation is to sell things. But going about framing up, how am I going to be productive today? How am I, in a world like it is today, what are my objectives, and how am I going to measure how I'm productive? Those kinds of things are a bit harder these days. And I think that this was super helpful in being able to identify what needed to get done, so that I can be personally satisfied with what I do. And, again, lining expectations up, making sure that management's happy with what I'm giving them. So yeah, I definitely endorse Matt. I've known Matt for some time now. He is a very thoughtful person, very much a rock star when he was working. And clearly there's a reason why. He took the same principles that he had before, or that he's teaching now, and applied them to himself. He took the leap of faith, but he, once he was there, he sat down, he framed it out, and made it work and made a success for each role that he was in. And it was clear that he was a success because he was promoted over and over again. So I recommend this course to anybody that just, that's new to leadership, that wants to go to leadership, or if you love what you do and you just want to do it, but maybe you can be better at it and make life not suck as much, take this course.